Today, let's learn how to make a really nice gentle salve for your horse. So this is an herb that is growing right now, and right now is the best time to harvest it. This is a really easy salve to make, and so it's something that you can totally do at home, and then you have it in the barn when you need it, and you can use it on yourself too. So let's get started. Hi, I'm Dr. Rebecca Douglas, and I have been practicing holistic therapies on horses for over 20 years. And I run something called the Hale and Hardy Horse Collective, where we talk about all sorts of holistic therapies and how you can start using them for your horse's top health and ultimate performance. So this time of year, you're gonna find growing outside dead nettle. And so I'm going to show you a little bit because you want to be able to distinguish it from other herbs. But it's a really nice, mild herb that you can make a salve out of and put on your horse's skin. So it's anti-inflammatory, has some mild antimicrobial properties to it. It's mildly astringent, and it also helps like tone the tissue a little bit. So I kind of look at it, it's not something that you're going to want to put on a deep wound or something like that, but a minor scrapes or just to have around the barn. Anytime that you would think that you would need a little bit of a salve, this would be your go-to. So first, let's talk about identification. So this is dead nettle. This is, if you notice the triangular leaves on it, the little purple flowers, and the way that it's sort of clustered. Here's another one. Sometimes when you look at it, it has like a purple tinge to especially this one, it has that purple tinge to the leaves. So the thing that you have to make sure you're not picking is this is henbit, which kind of growing looks similar, but if you notice the leaves are totally different. This is not what you want. And I don't have an example of it, but you also want to make sure you don't get creeping Charlie. And this is not the same thing as nettle, as stinging nettle, okay? So this is dead nettle. It's completely different. So what you want to do is you actually want to dry this first. We're not going to use it fresh because that doesn't allow your salve won't last as long, and you'll have problems with moisture in your salve, and then you'll have problems with bacteria or something growing in it. So we're going to dry this first. What I like to do is kind of take the worst of the stems off of it. You can actually strip off all of the leaves. That's probably the safest bet, but let's talk about how to dry. So your best bet for drying is to use a dehydrator. So I have one here that is like super nice for herb drying. It's also nice for food drying. And if you like to eat raw, of course, you will have a dehydrator. If you look up here, it tells us the different temperature settings, and you don't want to go above 95 degrees. So sometimes people will say, oh, I can dry these herbs in my oven, but you do not want to go above 95 degrees. So on this dehydrator, that is the lowest setting. So you're actually going to want to clean it and get the leaves off of the stems, so it's going to look like this. Okay, and you're going to do that for me, I picked a bunch because I have a ton out there. You always want to make sure that there's no contaminants in what you're doing, and you also want to make sure that you have the right identification for the herb, and you also want to make sure that you harvest responsibly. So don't clear out an area. Even though this isn't in the mint family and it grows wild and it's pretty prolific, I still like to be conscious of the fact that I'm not going to just clear everything out because I want to use it. So I have a ton of this on my farm, as some people do. You just have to make sure you don't mistake it for some of the other ingredients. So just as a quick reference, this is that little bit actually put on the dehydrator. I put it on these type, not the solid type trays, and then I turn it on the lowest heat setting for 24 hours, and then I come back and recheck. And then come join me for part 2, because then we're going to talk about actually how to make the salve.